It has a chest, but you can't put items in it. Instead, you ride it. And when you're riding it, you're standing up. Minecraft logic. Welcome back to BetaWorld, the series where we travel through Minecraft's history to obtain discontinued features and grow our ever-expanding survival Minecraft world. Well, I think we've stayed our welcome in Infdev 2010-0618, or Secret Friday 1. So, we're going to move on to the next version, Infdev 2010-0624, and I think for the first time, I can't say I'm the biggest fan of the changes in this update, but nonetheless, let's see what they are. Okay, so we've made it. This version introduces a new debug sort of thing to go along with the show FPS thingy, which, by the way, we're now in this little pause screen. The quit has been renamed to save and quit to title. It's more descriptive of what it's doing, I guess, so I like it. Also, the change world button is gone. But anyway, like I was saying, a new debug feature has been added on top of this show FPS button. Now, if you hold down the F6 button, there'll be a little lagometer that appears in the bottom left corner. This shows how much, well, lag there is in the game. So, if there's a lag spike, the thing will spike up in the air and become red. The redder it is, the more lag there is. The cool thing about this is it works on every screen. So the pause screen, if I save and quit back to the title, it'll work here, except there's no lag because it's the title screen. Even when I was loading a world, it would still go. In previous versions, water was able to destroy small blocks like torches or crops, just they wouldn't drop and it'd be completely useless. However, starting this version, water that destroys these items will now drop it as an item, which means now I can create something like this, a massive crop farm that relies on harvesting via the water, breaking the crops and dropping them. Let's release the water and see what happens. Oh. Okay, let's really release the water this time. As you can see, it will break all the crops that it touches and drop them, and, well, I guess I need to encourage it a little bit, but it's supposed to go all the way down like it is now. So yes, that is my new and improved crop farm. As you can see, the speed that it transports the items is pretty slow, but it does transport the items, and that's what matters to me. This update contains some changes to minecarts as well. Rails are completely the same as they were last update, but as you can see in my inventory, the minecart item texture is completely different to reflect more what the entity looks like. Speaking of the entity's visuals, it has received an update. There is now a chest model that has crudely been placed inside of the minecart model. Now, this should be to reflect that you can put items into it, except that ability has been removed in this update. Instead, minecart's purposes are to ride in them. Except it looks kind of cursed in this version, and you can't control it really. And if you want to exit, you can just right-click. There is some buggy behavior with riding minecarts though. So if you have one that you're riding and then you break it, which is a new ability in this update, while you're inside of it, then you'll just kind of be stuck in place. The only way to stop this is to save and quit, and then enter back in the world. And then you'll be out. To demonstrate the new minecart physics, I've installed a new rail down to the mines. Not all the way, but enough to see how it works. So we're going to place a minecart down here and hop on in. And I think the top speed has been boosted from last update. And you can see I kind of flew off the rails and landed a couple blocks further. So if I ever choose to extend all the way down, I did not because I'm kind of low on iron. I'm stuck in the minecart again. Ah, man, I love old Minecraft. This version has also removed cloth from the game. Sort of. All the cool colors of cloth have been removed, except for light gray cloth, which has been turned white. This is Conversion Island, a small island off the coast of the main Infdev island that I built in the same episode that I built the castle. You may remember it from there. In these chests, I have placed items that have been deleted in this version. So this first chest, I believe, contains the light gray cloth. So when I open it up, yes, you'll see the new white cloth. However, these other chests contain the items that have been removed in this update. So let's see what happens when I try and open one. The game crashed, which, by the way, this crash report thingy is brand new in this version. So that's pretty cool. I have come to the Farlands in a new world to show you that the famous jittering bug has been unfortunately added in this version. This bug is a staple of Minecraft Farlands video, and it makes the game look really weird with entity movement and such. It also kind of messes up your block selection cursor while walking. Do you remember that bug with the sand from last episode where it would glitch a bunch? Well, it turns out that there's a discontinued feature you can make out of this. If I were to take the block above the sand, I know I'm messing up my house, I'll fix it later. If you place sand on top of this glitched sand, it will remain floating. Then if you save and quit out of the world and go back in, then the sand will be floating above the sign. Oh, okay. There's another weird bug in this version where if you save and quit the world and enter back in, any entities will just get clipped into blocks. So for example, you see that pig over there? Now it's inside of a block, and a bunch of sheep are dying. This is the world file for a brand new world I created in this version. As you can see, it is much smaller than a world created in the last version. This is because data has been condensed down into a data folder along with the level.dat, which remains unchanged. So let's look at what's inside the data file. There are a bunch of files, but not nearly as many as in the old format. However, the file sizes are quite a bit bigger. This is because the world has now been split into zones, which contain many chunks. Half the files are for each of the zones I have in my world, and the other half are for each of the entities in those zones. I'm not quite sure how many chunks a zone is. If you had an existing world like BetaWorld, you will see that the data is a new folder among the very, very many in the old format. So the old format world is preserved when updating. Of course, I have everything here except there's a whole lot more since BetaWorld is much bigger than any other random world I create. But anyways, that's about all we got time for in this episode. So if you like what you see, please consider liking, subscribing, and checking out my other videos. But until next time, bye-bye!